Yes, all these promises look good, and thankfully, the administration is also doing its best to implement them. But how well will this trickle down today, where only government now subsidizes housing, where the cost of rent is averagely more than half of a typical person's monthly income, where it will take 20 to 25 years of not touching your salary at all to afford land in a city where you live and work, where if you choose to live in the suburb or city outskirts where land fits your income, there are no adequate infrastructure systems to support that kind of lifestyle, where access to mortgage is still less than 1% in a population of over 200 million, and where more than half of that population earns below global income standards, when even land titling is cumbersome. Planning information is a secret for only a few people. And to make matters worse, there is little regard for rule of law. People keep losing their homes to bad real estate transactions. So despite all that the government is doing, the housing crisis keeps worsening, the housing deficit keeps increasing. And this is the crux of this argument, that we go back to planning, to how land titling is done, to improving income level, to improving infrastructure planning, and even generally upturning the planning process into enabling more people access and afford housing. And this has been the core and the foundation of my argument that yes, let's build more public housing, let's target specific groups within our economy, within our society. But beyond that, let's redesign our cities in such a way that actually accommodates more of the low to middle income earners and gives them access to property ownership. Let's redesign our city planning to accommodate diverse real estate and property ownership models that caters to the needs of the low and middle income. Let's improve earning capacity, that is, let's raise income, and then implement a more robust infrastructure planning system, keyword being system. Let's move infrastructure planning from just being mere campaign promise to an ongoing sustainable practice that supports and sustains lifestyle of the residents and citizens. Because if 60 to 70% of residents cannot afford the GRA style of planning, the expansive setback style of planning, then let's tweak all of this in such a way that makes it easy for average citizens to use land, to access land, to afford home ownership, whether by themselves, whether by access to finance, or whether by government support. Building more houses in city outskirts that does not support people's lifestyle will only make us merry-go-round around this problem. The true solution to housing is in a more robust economic planning, economic distribution, and economic empowerment that is actively supported by a responsive city planning. I hope this helps.